Hey, welcome to the Jet Show. Today's new show. My name is Jet, your host, and today joining me is a special guest. You've met him before. His name is Steven Silva. Say what's up, Steven. Steven Silva's a little quiet and shy today. He's actually laying in his bed, just chilling, and we
Oh,
are going
are
to
we
do.
starting?
We're starting. We're live.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, we're
Okay.
live. Hey, I welcome everybody to the show. It's the Jet Show. Joining me today is my best friend, Steven. Once again.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody, and today we're going to be working on the wonderful world of Manga. This is a special show. We draw, we laugh, we hang out, we chill. You learn a little bit of something. I entertain you a little bit. A lot of things can happen.
I like to
Uh,
ask questions.
Steven will ask questions. He likes to read your comments. Let's do a little roll call. Who we got on the show today? Who we got out here? I want to do a little shout out to the people out there. We got Javoian. He woke up to this like coffee. Hello, Steven, you there? Oh, hello. Hello. Oh no. I might have lost Steven.
I think I'm here now.
He's here. Okay.
I think I'm alive.
We are live. We are live, and anything can happen in the show, and everything does happen. This is unscripted, unplanned, and we're gonna try to do this for about an hour, hopefully. It usually goes like over about 3 hours, but I'm getting a lot of comments left and right. There's the party that wants just short streams or short shows, and I think that makes sense. Get them out, get in, get out, done. I think that's more of the entertainment party, and then there's the ones that want to learn and here to learn. So I'm trying to find an in between. So we'll just try to go for an hour, like I always say, and we're gonna try to stick to it and see how far I get. So basically, what you guys see in front of you is the first page of chapter 1 for Scurry, the manga that I've been working on. And I can't show you guys too much of the finished stuff. They're not really finished. This is actually the rough draft, but I can't show you guys the rest of the pages because it's giving away too much. So we'll just be working on this first page secretly and quietly. And I'll guide you guys along while Steven checks in on you guys, see how you guys are doing. I'll also be there to
Yeah.
check on you guys too.
Like they say, Jet, less is more.
Less is more. How you doing, Steven, man? How you been out here? How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man.
What time is it
I
over
am
there?
in bed right now. It is about to hit 5 a.m. I'm in the Philippines right now. And checking in on the chat, dude. Look, you got some people checking in. We got
Okay.
someone from Germany.
All right.
In-game Made M. He says hello from Germany.
Hey, what's up,
We got Sonic
madam?
Fire 23. He says hello from
And I'm
Florida.
Fighter 23. Well, nice to have
We
you
got
here.
international.
International. Yeah, let us know.
Of
Drop in your
course,
location.
I'm checking
So we
in.
can
I'm checking in from the Philippines. So
Philippines.
hello, everybody watching.
If you guys are from the Philippines, you guys already know who Steven Silva is. He's a celebrity chef, connoisseur, dancer, singer, songwriter, musician, actor, playwright, everything you can name.
Whatever.
He's a celebrity. No, really,
We
Google him.
got
You
another
can
special guest.
Google him. All right. What's that?
Another special guest.
Yeah.
Missy just chimed in. She said, "Hi, hubby, Jean Michel." Missy's actually she's in the play. She's in the musical that I'm in right
Oh,
now. She
nice.
plays my fiance.
Let's go. You got some co-actors, actresses joining you in the audience. All right,
Yeah.
let's dive into this. Let's dive into this if you don't mind. So I'm going to ink this drawing. It's the rough draft. I consider it the rough, and I'll just look at it from here like this and show you guys. Boo 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 boo. Don't worry, guys. I have a video in the process right now. to show you how I lay down like the very first lines, the very first lines like really rough, and just how to start it off. Right now we're in the third phase of the manga making, and that is the inking, just before the tones. If I could find my pen. Oh, there it is. So at this stage, I am going to, and it's not so much a tutorial as it is kind of like, follow along, because I don't know, it's kind of advanced. It's really advanced. I'm not sure it's going to help very many people. So, a very small group of people. Hopefully you learn something. If not, you're just hanging out. We're just hanging out,
Man, don't even worry about it, man. Just educate us
All right,
and
educate.
entertain us. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Educate the
Inspire
kids.
us. I think that's all you need to do. You need to inspire us. Oh, okay, we got more people. Oh shoot, we got some people from Ireland. Ka
Mhm.
Chun Chen says hi from Ireland. Lester is chiming in. He said, I'm from the Philippines, but I'm in Ireland right now. And we got Vanilla Mage. Oh, he's checking in from a cardboard box on the moon. Oh
Mm.
man.
How did you get that cardboard box up there without like catching it on fire from the rocket fuels? I bet it would be pretty. If I would imagine that box would kind of just float away in the wind. So, bravo to you, man. You did a fantastic job in doing that,
Hey,
accomplishing.
Chet, there's no wind on the moon, man.
Oh, but the thrust from leaving Earth.
I guess so.
All right. So, first things first. I'm gonna show you guys how I get this canvas up. So this is the original resolution. It's a pretty small file, and I'm gonna do something a little special today. I'm gonna use a vector layer. If you guys are not familiar, I'm using Manga Studio 5, and you're at tape. It it has something called the vector layer, and you could paint pretty much traditionally like you would regularly, and it just turns to vector lines. And that's kind of like a magical thing for a lot of art people. If you guys know anything about like vectors in Illustrator, it's a pain in the butt to work with. But today I will be attempting to use it for the very first time in my life, because vectors, I really try to avoid them. I avoid them at all costs. They're dangerous. They
What's a
cause
vector?
they cause splinters. That's a good question. Thank you very much for asking that question. So first of all, I'm going to show you, I'll show you in a second what vectors are. So if this was your sketch, instead of small resolution, I would highlight it, right? I've already highlighted it, copy pasted it, it's on the clipboard. You guys know how to do all that, good. And then I'm going to paste it onto this layer here. Bow. It's onto this new canvas, and then this new canvas is under a A4 resolution style. That's kind of like the standard page size for the international, not so much America, but we go by it too. So if I go to new file over here and it says A4, you make sure you click on the centerpiece right here. It's going to look different if you have an older version of Manga Studio 5. This is 5.05, so you'll see this layout like this. Click on this middle one, and then you go down over here. It says A4, and then on the right side over here, it shows these bounding boxes, and those are going to help you just figure out how to stay in the boxes, and I'll show you that in a second. So you hit OK, bow, you get this setup here. So these three lines that you see, this is a safe zone. All your focus should be within here, these lines. This is where the second line right here stops right there. That just means you can have information there. It will be read. You just don't want to go beyond that. After that is kind of like your scratch, your rough draft lines, and it will not be seen. And then the last one is the cutoff point, and then it will not print anything beyond that. So whatever you write in the notes out here is this ultimate safe zone. So there's like double safe zones, and that's all that represents. The middle first box is where everything is going to be. But like I said, the second line is also okay to work under. So I'm going to move this up like this. And I'm going to expand it like, not like that, but like this. I'm going to hold on to Alt and Shift. That way I can scale it out that way. It's going to get a kind of sniffles. I am getting over a cold. That's why I'm not showing my face today.
Take them vitamins. Take that sleep.
Take that sleep, though. Yep. And vitamins.
Yeah. All right. Casey Prater is checking in from Ohio. And then...
Hey, I'm from America, too.
You got Daniel Mitchell checking in from Norway. Dang, Jay, you international, man.
International love. Got that
That's
international love. Page.
So you get that. Where can you get that? Drawing information and singing at the same time.
Uh, I like to try to be diverse. Um, over here, I like to
Get
vary.
you.
I like to bring in some variety show in here some every now and then. You know, Steven cooking on the side. He got his little grill.
Straight, I hit you with that theme song. I'm like, are you ready for
Uh,
VChat?
I don't think they know that.
VChat,
They don't
are
know
you
my.
ready for VChat?
It's Jetty, dude. Are you ready for Jetty? Uh, they ain't
Shoot,
ready. They ain't ready for
thanks.
VT.
So this is the drawing. Oh, you show. I think you showed me this before. So basically, right now, I mean, you're coloring it. So is this like this is like the
No,
last
no.
step?
I'm inking it. It's the step
Oh,
just before I'm
inking.
adding
My
the
bad.
shadows. So what I'm gonna do
Okay.
is I'm gonna show you what a raster and what vectors are. So raster is the one that everybody's familiar with. You're literally painting with pixels. You're pixeling everything in, and if you zoom in, you can see those pixels, individual pixels. That's what raster is. And
It's
if you were
faster.
to
Okay.
yeah, that's what raster is. And most pictures are rasterized. What a vector file is all mathematical equations to create the picture. And that's going to make sense in a second. What Manga Studio allows is, if you're looking on the bottom corner over here, this mouse here, the bottom here, if you see this little white piece of paper with the box, that's the vector layer. I'm going to open it up and you'll see this little symbol here. Now you have a vectorized layer. Pop it up there, and if you don't see it, here's a little something. It stays hidden if you go like this. So that's a little secret treat for those of you who don't know that you have it. Like me, I like to utilize my space, so it's always hidden. And I go like this. I'm like, woo, and I was like, whoa, where did that come from? And I was really happy to see that because I didn't know that was there. And the older versions, the vectorized layers, was not free, but now it is. I'm now doing more adverts for Manga Studio. But anyways, so vectorized lines basically are independent of uh, uh, pixels, resolution independent. Meaning, if you change the size of your canvas, it doesn't matter. It will compute the lines for you, and I'll just do it for you to see. So if I were to see these lines here, they're pixelized. If I were to make this whole entire canvas larger by changing the resolution to like 1200, what happens is the computer has to make up new pixels since you're using more pixels to try to make more pixels, and it's going to be really slow. If I do that, first give me a second. Yeah, I would never work under 1200 resolution. I think 600 is kind of overkill too. But so I've expanded it. I mean, I grew it. I don't know if you can tell, but basically, the truth is it lost some quality every time, every time. So I undid it. But if you were to use vector, I'm gonna get on the vector line, and now we're to go. Oh, I think this is a better example here. Let's just do this for a second. New canvas. Yeah, let's just do this for a new canvas. I'm going to do a resolution of 72. 72. Bow. So I'm going to just get a pen and I'm going to draw like this. Let's draw a pencil. And I want to use a gray so that you can kind of. Okay, that. Okay. So if I were to draw that.
Got Thunder Draws. He chimed in. He said, "Hi, Jet.
Oh, what's
Heart."
up, Thunder Draws? Nice to see you. I'm going to add my vectorized layer like this, and I'm going to draw the same thing using the vectorized one. Oops, see? So the circle on the right is vectorized, and then the one on the left isn't, I assume. And to check, I'm going to use this little button here. Hover over it here like this. Yes. Yes, okay, so I'm going to try to change the resolution of this page to, say, 400. I don't know where my dots go. Oh, there they are. So the dots over here. Ah, there it is. So the one on the left still it became really pixelated, and then look at the right. That's the vector. The vectorized one remained pretty much crispy, solid, and this
So
one's
wait, this is
all broken up.
the difference between vectors and what again?
Raster. So raster is the traditional
Raster.
one, and we use pixels to draw with. Vector, it's like using calculus to figure out the curves and angles of the lines. So if I were to draw a line on this layer, so if I were to draw a line like that, right, and I use this button here and I move this mouse over it, see, they're all points calculating this line.
Hmm.
So if I were to change the size of the picture, that doesn't matter because these dots contain mathematical points that tells the computer how to adjust the line, so it always stays like really solid and crispy. Whereas if I were to do the same line, I made a sad face, on a pixel on a raster layer,
That's a sad face.
yeah, it's a sad face. He's pretty sad because his eyes messed up. Yeah, see? Yeah, yeah, see. I'm the Monopoly guy. Yeah, see. But you guys get the point. That's pretty much what it is. It'll make sense later. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. Try it out for yourself. So the reason why it's good to use the vectorized layer is if you needed to print this page and you wanted a nice clean lines, you want to make sure it doesn't get blurry. Or, you want to have enough resolution to print. And if it's on a vectorized layer, it can be as big as you can print it as large as the side of a building, and it still wouldn't lose the information. Whereas if you were to paint with a raster layer, the bigger you make the file, the more information you lose, and the more pixels you will see. That's okay. All right. And also the files are smaller. So like we could draw the same gigantic picture, but the vectorized layer would only be like 200 kilobytes in theory. Whereas
Hey, drawn a frog.
you see the frog? It's so delayed. Yeah, you're looking at the actual stream, that's why. All right, let's get started. So this little rainbow thing just means raster. If I turn that down, I'm gonna start inking. So now we can go back and just check in on those guys while I work. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. It's the first time I've ever used vectorized layers. Actually, kind of scared, kind of weary.
Alright, you got some comments.
What we got?
Jivoyan says, the
Yeah.
vectorized one was more pixely before. People saying using vectors to paint isn't good.
No, yeah, you don't want to use vector to paint at all, but you do want to use it, in this case, to ink. I'm not going to be using it to paint. It's just to ink. See? I'm inking. And I'm going to use this thing here, and move it over here. See those little points? See those points? They're all... Do you see the points, Steven?
I'm looking.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go back over here just to show you guys. If I were over here, now we're to draw on the regular layer. This is a regular layer. Okay. There. Right. That's the regular. I'm on the new vectorized layer. Paint the same line. Bow. Now I use this control point tool, and I can see which one's the vector and which one isn't. See, that's a vector. That's not. And then if you're on vector, you can manipulate it. See, changing essentially the points, like the equation that they're using to generate that line. That's what it's doing. It's using these points to generate the line. The line isn't there by itself. The line is only there because of these points. So now I'm going to change the resolution of this page up. Remember, the bottom one is the vector one. Just to prove a point, man, I'm going to change it to 400. Boom. Boom. Okay, now look. Do you see the blurriness? Do you see the blurriness? Steven?
Oh, sorry. I got distracted.
And the rest of the people? It's alright. I'm sure I got it recorded. Okay.
I'm looking. I see 2 lines now.
Okay, you see
Ooh,
2 lines, and
blue stack.
the bottom one is the vectorized one, and the top one is the raster. So I'm gonna go up, and I'm gonna turn up the resolution. That just means giving it more pixels per square inch. So 72 pixels, I think square inch. I'm not sure. I'm gonna change it to 400. If I go up, look how the bottom one stays sharp, and the top one becomes more blurry because the computer has to figure out like we need more pixels to use to create that line. Anyways, that's what it is, and it's definitely not good for creating not really nice to paint with. Definitely not nice. Pull out here. But I think inking is gonna be okay. So there's a few tricks too why it's gonna be really convenient to work with vectors in a second. I'm gonna show you that in a second.
Gavoyan says, Jet, you should draw some grapes in this page.
Oh, it's you, the grape man. He wants the grapes. We'll have a grape reference. All
That looked
right.
like a happy face. That guy's hair looked like a happy face.
Oh, it's a girl, but yeah.
Looked like the Kool-Aid man.
Where?
Right there, scroll up. If you scroll up and you look at that little point in his hair where it points up, there's a little smiley face. Look like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh, right
See
here.
it? See it?
I saw it.
Got that little twinkle in his eye.
Okay.
Like a starfish.
I've actually had added a grape somewhere in the manga. There's going to be a laptop later on, and the icon for the brand will be a grape, just for you, Javoin. So
Oh,
this is
so sweet.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's how we do it. Little bits here and there for the fans. I was gonna say, oh yeah, the first chapter is out for you guys to read. So if you guys type in scurry.inc on Google, you guys will find the first chapter out. This ink from out here. This is Nozomi. She just moved into Japan, lives with her grandfather, and she's going out for a job interview. Pretty much all I can give you guys. Pretty much. You'll have to go read the first chapter. And also, you guys, please give some feedback on the manga. Please. Good, bad, everything. Just write it in the comment section. You know what I mean? What would you like to see improved? What you liked about it? All that stuff. Because there are a few things that are kind of confusing. I feel. And I feel that could be worked on and will be worked on in the future. Also, it wasn't. I'm not the writer of the story. I'm just the artist. So this is for work. Uh-huh. You're welcome, Javon. Oh, you're welcome, bud. Bud. So your buddies are here?
Who?
Your buddies from work.
Oh yeah, one of my friends is she was watching the stream. She said hi.
Is she the one from
She's
your vlog?
yeah, she's the one from the musical play I'm doing right now. I don't know if anybody watching the stream is particularly fond of musicals or theater. I'm doing a theater play right now. If anyone knows of the musical Le Cage. So we're doing that. Yeah, she's from there. She plays my wife.
Is she the one is she the water princess?
Yes, that's her. She's the ocean princess.
That's cool. I like that. Look at this little nifty trick here. Usually I would basically ink everything out in normal ink, and then I would ink it over again to get the outside lines thicker, or I would shrink the lines before going into the smaller details on the inside. I think it would be safe to just do it the traditional way. Start off thick on the outside and work thin on the inner lines. But this is a little trick that you can do is if you were to use your control point up there, click on that and go to correct line width. You can thicken it just by right here, thicken line by 3.6 millimeters. Boom, look at that. So now all the lines on the outside are thicker, and the ones that are on the inside remain thinner. Oh, and it just keeps getting thicker and thicker. Yeah, and that's kind of one of the nice things about having vector lines. They have a brain. They are smart lines. And in Illustrator, that's where you would use color and all that stuff to make things nice and pretty with color.
Oh damn it!
What's up, your internet?
No, I'm just following the Barcelona Madrid game. I don't know if anybody else is a soccer fan. Barcelona just scored. It's 2-1. Barcelona's winning.
Oh, oh yeah. There's definitely got to be soccer fans. We're international.
A huge game. I'm a Madrid fan myself, so go Madrid.
You know, Steven, he used to play soccer. He used to be a soccer captain, right?
Play a little bit.
A little soccer captain for a little community soccer team.
Yeah, you were part of that team.
I was.
Do I hear the ice cream man?
Ashy Man's outside.
Oh man.
Time to go get some ice cream.
The ice cream.
Which
Love
one do
the
you want?
ice cream man. I want the bubblegum one. I want the Super Mario one with bubblegum eyes.
Oh, I was gonna get the Ninja Turtle one though.
Well, that's one of my favorites too.
Shoot. Girl's left arm is bent in the mirror. You're right. It's bent over here. You see that? Boom. This one goes boom. So this one should go boom, and this one should go boom, like this way, like this. And that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Sometimes things in the reflection and things that are actually out of reflection are illusions, and as long as they're convincing, they don't have to be completely accurate. You want to have them close, around the ballpark, but you don't want to stress out over the minute details. Like if I were to draw it the way I had it earlier, um, I think it would work as well, being that it's kind of cropped out of the picture, but um, yeah, having it slightly bent is correct. And things that are in the mirror, your brain sometimes wants to just draw things exactly the same, when a lot of times it's not. Sometimes it's really opposite, or sometimes it's completely different, and it's because things that appear in the mirror are different in respect to your position and your location. Like if I were to see this arm here, to us this elbow's pointing towards us, but it's bending, so we will see it straight-ish over here. You can do this as well, but that's not necessarily the case all the time. You feel me? Know what I'm saying? Let's see if I can get this done in an hour. I'm gonna go faster. I hit undo a lot because the drawing is so large. Makes it slower. So you're watching the game right now?
No, I'm just following it on Twitter.
Oh.
I was trying to find a stream earlier, but hard to find them. So yeah, Suarez just scored. It's 2-1. About 50 minutes in. Second.
Whoop. Steven, you there? Steven got cut up. Steven got cut out, man. Oh, there you are. One of the most common questions I get is, how do you get good at inking, man? I really don't know. Like, just practice, man. Like as you can see, I keep undoing and undoing and undoing myself. It's like you can do little tricks and stuff. Like so right now I'm having trouble because I'm trying to stick exactly to the original line, which probably won't work because I'm gonna miss every single time. So what you can do is think about it like, use the lines as inspiration for your new lines, not exact copies of the lines. So this is a story about rat people moving in, living with people, human society. Well, in this world, there are rat people and well animal people. They're just learning how to live with people and deal with like prejudice and discrimination. This is kind of cool, but it also has kung fu, karate, and ninjas. I can't say too much.
Don't preempt.
Huh?
Do not preempt it.
Just gotta go find out for yourself. And I'll put a link in there as well. So the next time I work on this, I'll probably be done with all the pages, because so far I've got all the pages roughed out, and I'm just trying to. I'm now in the inking stage for all the pages, and this is gonna take forever at this rate. as you can see. Crap, let's just use the ink. Let's see, ink pen, ink pen, mapping pen, G pen. Let's try the G pen. That's not gonna work. So there's a lot of things you can do to get good at inking. You can rotate your page. Definitely try to just interpret the rough draft line and kind of use it as a reference, not so much kind of like something that stick to exactly like I'm trying to do now. I think with the tail, it was really difficult to find a rhythm that worked, so I think it's something I really want to keep exact. Yeah.
Okay, so this is inking, Jet. What's like the next process after this?
Dan, that's a good. Steven? Did I tell you that's a good
Because I
question?
don't know.
That's a good question.
I don't know, man.
Hold on. You see how the lines are readjusting itself every time? They kind of like erase and it like blotches into something else. It's calculating and kind of calibrating what you want, like because it's now no longer a raster line. But anyways, the next stage would be tones. I would pretty much add in all the shadows, all the shadows and gray tones and gradients, and then after that would be the words. If it was a colored comic, you can start coloring as soon as you're done with this, and I think the shadows would all be black and white, like pitch black. I think I liked the darker pencil best. Give me the least less issues. Yeah. So shoulders seem lower in the reflection. I don't know if it's true or it's just me. Shoulder seemed lower in the reflection. You also got to remember, I'm doing this kind of perspective. So if I were to put actual guidelines, would probably make it more accurate. But generally, this hand is too big. So maybe down right there. As far as shoulders go, I think that should be fine. So. Also got to remember to keep all the panels separate this time around. Alright, I'm going to use a new technique. I'm just going to outline the whole entire thing and then put in the details inside. Steven, can you check on the comments, man? Dude?
Oh, sure.
Like saying stuff, I see it from the corner of my eyes.
Definitely. Okay, let's see. Dustin JJ98, he was asking earlier. He said the shoulders seem kind of lower in the reflection. I don't know if it's true or is it just me. Artistic Board pops in. He says hello. Zenith actually kind of answers. He says, yes, the shoulders seem okay to me. And then Artistic Word pops in with another question. He said, "How do you know how big or small hand should be? Can someone explain this to me?"
Oh. Um, First of all, you want to learn your traditional foundation of structure. You want to learn the structure of the hand, of course. And after that, it's really up to you. Like, if you want them to be cartoony, you can draw big, small. I know some artists will draw even girls and little kids big hands because they look kind of cartoony. And the bigger the hands are, the the younger they look in proportion to their body. They seem small. I mean, it makes their body bigger. Um, Another rule we could use, the size of the hand should be like pretty much the size of your face, like the length of your face wise from here to here. Like this is where you can make the call, you know. And then also you want to also think about like how do you want to play up the character. If you want the character to seem like huge or godlike, you can keep the head small and make the hands like bigger than the head, and that'll make him like gigantic, ginormous. Thanks for those questions. Always, always good.
Questions, guys. What is it? Javoyan says, "Jet, have you read Loomis books?"
Ooh, yeah, yeah. No, that's one of my foundations. That's where I started off was Loomis, completely. And I didn't, I didn't finish the book, Figure for All It's Worth, but just the first like 30 pages is enough. And I didn't really read it. It was one of the books that the teacher just went off of. So he based his kind of lessons on it, everything that he was teaching. Um, yeah, cool, cool. Like right now, I'm struggling. I want to make it look like this reflection. Which way is the angle of the hand? Blah 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 blah. It can go on forever, and I could spend like a whole, 2 hours just trying to get the hands to be exactly like the mirror. You know what I mean? But um, honestly, you got to think about time as well. And as long as you kind of capture the nature or the spirit of the hand, you're good. You're good. You're good. So I'm not even thinking about this hand too much. I just know that it's on the opposite side. Um, because I don't have time to make it look exactly the same. If it's a big, if it's a big like if it was like really just obvious, like maybe over here or something, that it just changes your eye, and once you notice it, I think that's when it becomes a problem. If you're not able to notice it, and you kind of just can excuse it, then it's fine. It's good. You're good. You're good. Move on. Move on to something else. I know in the past I would spend hours and days until my hands would be broken and I got sweat beads forming on my head, meditating on it. I wake up in the morning still thinking about it, like during school. So I think we'll do one panel, and then see where we're at. And doing it in one panel will allow me to crop the picture. Also, keep everything separate from the other panels on a separate layer. I can have its own separate perspective ruler, all kinds of stuff, and you'll see. I'll get there. In a second. We started the show when it's like 1:30, 1:32 already. Dang, no way, dude. It's already almost an hour. Steven, you there? Yo, yo. I lost him. It's alright. Yep. Just hanging out with my buddy Steven.
Ooh, you got another question.
Oh, you are there.
Zeta Wolf 1 says, what's more important, gesture or structure?
Ooh. Ooh. I think they're equally important. That's what I'd like to say. But I think that's a common debate amongst many people. They're like, no, it doesn't look right. The structure's wrong. Technically the perspective, blah blah blah. And then the other side, well, it looks correct. It looks like it works. It feels right, but it's not quite like technically correct. And that's a really good question because it comes down to style, right? Like if you think about style breaks a lot of things. Where joints don't make sense, you're missing a bunch of muscles, and just things are just like straight lines for arms and legs. Like this is an arm, straight line on this side, and just like how's that even make sense? It doesn't, but it captures the gesture of the feel of the arm, and it has it has a character to it. But is it anatomically correct? Not 100%. So yeah, it's kind of equal important in that you need to learn what gesture is. I mean, what structure is first. It's kind of like learn the rules before you break them. Kind of like that. You guys heard that before. So a little update on the character here. I'm trying to capture more of a mouse-like face. So giving her those teeth. The first chapter didn't really have those in there. So definitely learn your structure. Gesture is definitely important in capturing energy and life. And gesture is more of like an expression of what you see, not so much what is there. It captures the mood and the feeling of what's there. Like if you were to see like a lot of figure drawing, if you've done figure drawing, you will know like models are limited unless they're really acrobatic. And even so, if a model is doing like a crazy pose where they bend their back and they put their leg out like here, and they're like, they move their leg here like this, and they move their hand towards you, and they're like, rah, all this stuff. You can even take that and you can even push it even harder, regardless of what you see in front of you, and you can interpret it yourself, like just to really emphasize the feeling that you're getting from it, and that is more appealing to the eye because it's like because it breaks the boundaries of what we are capable of, but it still holds that feeling that we are kind of seeing and you know what I'm saying? Anyways, getting back to work. That made sense.
No, dang.
Nothing, nothing.
Oh, J- Javoyan says, Jet, how do you study gesture?
Oh, how do you study gesture? Gesture. Such a broad topic. For people, I study gesture by drawing a lot of people. Drawing a lot of people. Going to workshops, having figure drawing. Um, you can do it from pictures, but drawing from life is different experience. Definitely different experience. You get uh, distortions in the image and what's in front of you. It changes because the model's feeling different. The way you're feeling, the way you're sitting changes every time you look back up. It's slightly different from before. Your eye focuses differently. It's just the whole. It's just the whole thing about being in reality. There's a lot of distortions. Whereas a picture, everything's just in front of you, and it's just easier to just copy what still image. Everything just stays the same. No matter how many times you look at it, it's gonna look the same. Not everything, but compared to reality, you get the drift. You get the drift.
I see, I
So
see. So workshops, experience, drawing live people. That will help.
dang, because
Okay.
Steven's starting
Mi-
too.
Mika just popped in. She says, hey everybody. She says, Jet, how
What's
do
up,
I make
Mika?
my characters look like they're moving?
All right. How do they make? How do you make them look like they're moving? Woo! That's one. That one is the. That is the
Yeah, I know
difficult.
the answer to that. I know
Well,
the
you
answer to
tell
that.
me.
You Man, you put some sweat on their face, man. They look like they moving. They're always tired and stuff.
Woo! That's all you got to do. Put some sweat
That's
on.
it.
All right, ready?
Put some sweat on
Pow!
them.
Where
Moving.
that? Put some sweat. He looked like he moving.
Pow! It's a she, but yeah. Movement is actually, I think, for me, I contemplate about these things just as you do, and yes, movement is the ability to create kind of dynamic poses that look natural and not like they don't look like mannequins. And in order to create that kind of life for me, is creating variety in your pose. Nothing is exactly mirrored. What a what an ironic image. Everything's mirrored in this, but everything isn't mirrored because nothing is the same. Nothing is the same in this picture, and I think that's what gives variety and life in even the face. If you look at the face, this eye is not the same as this eye. I don't go bida boop bip bit bit bida boop bip bida boop boop boop. But even if I'm doing it sloppily, it'll look different. But in order to push it, I know if I were to look straight, if I were to draw a face looking straight at me, I would draw maybe one eye looking like this. Maybe I'll draw the inside of this eye like this, just because of the shadow. Maybe I'll draw the line on this side like this, and maybe I'll do the other one this way, and then and it just creates a whole bunch of variety. And maybe I'll do a broken line this side, maybe a little fold up here, and that already feels more life than. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
I understand everything.
Man, Steven knows. Steven go way back. I don't even need to translate for him. He knows exactly. Tell him what I said. Better.
Man, he said, make sure you practice and work on your lines.
That's why I trust this guy. That's why I trust this guy.
He said, experience is a true teacher.
Experience is the true teacher. That's amen to that. Because you know what? The opposite of experience is belief. Belief of things. So if you believe a certain thing, you can only know for sure if you've experienced it yourself. You can have somebody tell you all these things all day. I can tell you all these things. You can think that they work or they think that they're right, and they're just concepts. But unless you put it on paper yourself, it's only a belief.
That's true.
This
It's
tail is
true.
this tail ain't making sense at all. You see how this tail doesn't make sense at all? This tail doesn't make sense at all. You know why? You know why, Steven?
Duh, because it ain't got no perspective.
Steven, that's why I trust you. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys why. Okay, in relation, this is what I was talking about. Sometimes things in the mirror do not work exactly the same in the world that you see in front of you. They're interpreted by the relation where objects are laying and sitting, like physically. If you look at it physically, we're not even gonna look at what's on the picture. On the picture, we may believe the tail does that, but that would only mean the tail is peeking out from in front of her in order to do that kind of tail, and that's wrong. That would be someone else's tail, because you look at in relation. This tail peeks out this side of the dress past this hand. Well, if you look at it, if this part of the dress is over here, then this part of the dress is over here, and this hand is over here. Therefore, the tail should be over here. Feel me? That's that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Sometimes it's not what you see in front of you, but what you feel around you.
Hmm. I don't know about you, but
Huh.
what I'm feeling right now, I'm feeling really sleepy. I think I might have to go to bed.
Hey, we gotta go to sleep then. And I think our time's up. I think it's been a full hour. That's a good
It's
time.
almost an hour.
It's a good time. A good time. It's almost an hour. We kind of started a little late, so maybe 10 more minutes. I'm gonna show you guys a little thing, so that I'm just gonna jump right into it before we run out of time, and let you guys know exactly how I would go about doing perspective and creating a new panel, just so that you guys know where I'm headed, and I don't bore you guys all day with this show, okay? Because I'm gonna run out of material soon, and I'm gonna feel like a doo-doo face, a doo-doo pie.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed, Jet.
Hey man, good night, man. Thanks a lot for joining.
No problem.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, good night to everybody watching.
Yeah,
Hope you
man.
guys learned some things. Hope you guys got entertained. Keep following Jet. Check him out. If you want to check me out, check out my YouTube page.
Yep.
I don't post art. I like to post songs and I like to post vlogs and stuff about what I do.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have your link in the bottom.
I
Once.
appreciate it.
Yep.
But yeah, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed. Jet, thanks for having me again.
Hey man.
My nigga.
We'll have you on soon. Take care, brother.
All right. Good night, guys. Night, Jet.
Yep. Later, dude. And another one bite the dust. No, he didn't bite the dust. He's out for lunch. He's out for sleep. Now it's all quiet. Okay, so I'm gonna create a panel out of this panel here. I'm spitting all over my computer. Steven, why'd you forsake me? Now I'm all nervous. First you do the lines on the canvas. Click top left corner. Drop down here. Panel. And there you have it. There you have it, you guys. What's this all about? Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Slow down now. I'm not ready for that. I am not ready for that. So I am right now. I'm like in front of you guys. You guys are seeing for the. So what time is it in Cambodia? Man, I gotta check my clock. I really don't know. I'm not from Cambodia. Like I am Cambodian, half Chinese, but I'm not from there. I'm born and raised in the States, yo. Born and raised in South Sacramento. That's too much information. Maybe that's too much. Do I do this? I need a tutorial on this. I need somebody to teach me this. Rectangle frame. Divide frame folder. Huh, what? 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 Okay. Uh, oh, okay. Huh? Oh dear. All right. So as you can see, it's been framed like in a picture frame, like in a mirror frame within a mirror frame. Uh-huh. Okay. 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 I'm kind of lost. But like I said, anything goes. I've not done this in a while. I've done it before. Done it before. But it's been a while, and that's why I will not bug you guys with this confusion all day. Oh, maybe, there we go. There we go. This frame background here is blocking out the background, so I can't see what's going on back there. So I'm going to turn that off. Okay, so we can start it over. You know, as I always like to say, just stay one lesson ahead of your your students, and then you're good. Yeah, and this is a perfect example. So what I did was back it up, don't stop, back it up, don't stop. Ha! Here we go. So I have the this corner here called the figure B. It may appear to you as the line tool. It could be this, it could be this, whatever's first or whatever's showing will show up here. It's called the figure B. Yes, figure B. And it won't be here. It's only here because I've grouped it here. See? And again, I'm gonna do a video on how do I set up my workspace. How did I get all this the way it is? So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna rectangle frame, and I'm gonna experiment with something before I actually go into it. So if I were to do this whole page like this, and just like that, I can't see behind it because over here it's been created, this layer. If you open it up, this line is the background. You can unclick that so you can see what's behind it. Otherwise it's blocking the work behind it. And this will be your work area. And I would be drawing on this one actually. So I can just move what I was working on up over that there. Perfect. No, that's not what I was working on. This is the one I was working on. Move it up there because it has a symbol for the vector. Perfect. Perfect. Cool. Now I wonder if I can divide this way. Ooh, and then create another one. Okay, so that creates new ones each time. If I go over the front of the border pen, what if I were to so it creates a new kind of organic round shapes. You know, you can do just arbitrary however shape you want for that panel to be, and it creates a new one each time. What if I were to divide frame like this? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay. Count that. How many all rights and how many okays? So this is really useful because had I not done that, I would have made my job a lot more difficult. But now that I've discovered what the divide frame folder does, you will see the majestic power of this tool. So I have this frame out here like this, and instead of creating another frame for the next I can do that, and it'll create another layer over here for that frame. Perfect. But a faster way is to just click the divide frame folder. I'm going to divide frame folder like this. Click over here, and there I go. And it's dividing it. Oh, go for it. So yeah. So I'm going to divide that in right here. The only problem right now is, I wonder if I can. Oh, okay. Hold on Shift too. If you don't want it to go on a rampage and be all weird on you. You got to hold Shift, because if you don't, it does like a laser like that. So if you hold on Shift, it says depot. So if you want it to go depot, hold Shift, and you can lock it. Now you see how that's been broken up into that section. Continue with this one. Boom. And this one I'm gonna move it right over here because it's below. And they've already been grouped into little folders. So you can. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Because then I didn't have to make separate folders. Let's continue. Let us continue. So this one, haha, it's like slicing cake. I want to make this split in half. Let's do it. Depends too on how your layout is for your comic or manga or whatever. If it's like mine, everything's kind of split up pretty squarely. Everything's just squarely. Oops, wrong way. Come right here. There. We've created all the panels. And that, my friends, is how I would work. And the nice thing about it too, all the background layer has been blocked. So this helped me. Now if they were all turned on, they would have been blocking the bottom layer, which is my rough draft reference layer, and that would have been a pain in the butt to turn them off each time. Another way I can work around that is I would put my rough draft above everything, turn down the opacity above, where'd it go? Above everything, turn on the opacity. You can work that way as well. But for some reason, I just like the rough drafts to be underneath, and I think that's because I will get the full amount of ink on the paper each time, and I'll see it in its truest form. If I had the layer above it, it would be slightly lighter because you have a layer causing an opacity effect over it. How much do you charge for the comic to do the work? That one, the private. If you have any questions on that stuff, just inbox me on my DeviantArt. That is also, I'm also kind of booked for like the next couple months or so, maybe the next year. But definitely, I could still take your information and I'll answer your questions there on DeviantArt. Send me a note if it's work related. If you just want to know, I can't really talk about it. You know what I mean? It's kind of unprofessional. You know, it's yeah. You feel me? But yeah, so I've created the separate panels. And the first time around, I didn't do this. I didn't separate the panels. What I did was I just pretty much inked each panel in, and I just individually inked everything, just kind of like on a flat layer, one layer, and we were good. Actually, all the lines for the characters were on a layer, and then all the panels would be broken up on another layer. So 2 layers. But it was requested that I do it this way this time around, and there it is. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Okay. Okay, so this one right here, this panel here, let's turn off this here. Now, this is how you would see the panels being broken up. I think those division lines could be slightly thicker. And in order to do that, horizontal space, what if I were to, what is this all about, huh? Oh dear. Okay. Chat doesn't know what he's doing. Shape divide, dividing space. There's a way where you could change the thickness of these lines. So far, I have them at this width, and I'm trying to figure out. Whoa! Just hit enter for that, just to see what. Whoa. Okay. Okay. So you see, the dividing space between everything is, let's see, that's, I think 126 is in pixels, and that's how big it is. We don't want that. So I guess I try to edit it here. Well, maybe not. Maybe once you lay it down, you can't do it. So try to go over it again this time. Try to find a so I'm gonna try to find a width that works. So first of all, first thing is create the border for everything, and that is the page border. Yep. And that's gonna be that. Boom. The next one, is this it? Is this? There it is. I see it. I see it. Divide frame border. You can change the brush size right here. So let's see, try it again. And this is what I mean by how many chapters? Like 155. It might go that way. I mean, it depends on how well it does. It depends on on Chris, the writer, how far he wants to take it. I mean, so far we've talked about 7 or 8, I believe. Pretty sure it spans on for a good long while. But yeah, I'm not. See, as you can see, I'm not too familiar with this craziness here, and it was a little crooked. So I don't think you guys are gonna have so much fun watching me doing this. Yeah, especially the people who are watching this later on. So if you check fill inside box, you would not get the white page for. Oh. Okay. I wonder if that's desired though. So if you said okay. Why is there an RB commercial? If you check how much you we'll do. Cheers. Cool. Okay, good. Let's try one more time. Just making so much progress after I saw the width being right. Oh, I do see it. I do see it changing. Let's see it changing. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do a 8. Hey. 10. 8. Hey. Hey, I think that's a good number, 8. How about this? I go onto the website and I'm looking at it on the other computer. So don't worry. I won't like move around. Go to the other site, the actual site, and try to figure out just about how thick the lines are. Okay. I think they're about 10. Nice even number. Oh, they're much thicker than 10. Let's see here. Maybe 15? Yeah, 15's a good one. 15 a good one. All right. So, oops. Let's go 15. Step number 1. Number 2. Hey, and then there's not enough gap right there. So if you're not getting enough gap, just pull back, undo, go over here, divide frame border, space the frame border in preference. Let's do the spaces to be. Let's do. Well, I want 20. Let's go 20 here. That's a good one. So I just want to get this out to you guys. Once I figure this out, I'm ending the show. It's over. Okay, it's not enough. It's definitely not enough. I'm gonna double that. So 40. I didn't get specifications for all this stuff, so I'm just kind of figuring it out on my own. Let's do 40. This is how much space is between each panel. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna. You're like, damn it, Jet, make up your mind. Let's do 60, huh? I ain't no punk. I ain't no afraid no ghosts. Yeah. I think that's a nice fair split, nice separation. So you have these separated panels now, and they look kind of organized, kind of neat, kind of, clean looking. So I got the 60. I'm guessing that's pixels in separation. 60 of them. Since my canvas resolution is 600, that would make sense. 60 is only that much space. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. Crazy sauce. So that's that, and then 3.5 here. Nope, that's not where I want it. There and there. So now let's just move them around so that they stay organized. That's going to be up here. This is our first one. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Cool. Call this 1. Good. 2, 3. You gotta stay organized. 4. And 5. This show is going much longer than I intended. Oh man. Ooh, man. Pull up the drawing up to here. Now I can begin talking about the benefits of the advantage of doing them in separate panels. As you can see, it's cropped out and you don't see it bleeding into the other panel. So I don't have to erase anything really. I can just draw on this layer and pretend like the other ones are not there. If I were to turn this off, block the mask out, and I would just, like if I were to draw on this layer all the way out here around there, you know what I mean? Turn this mask back on and it gets cropped out. Easy as pie. One last little demo. This one I am familiar with, so don't worry. You guys don't have to pull your hair out for this one. I mean I won't. And that is the perspective. Talked about it a lot on my last episode where I did this. But quickly just go over that. This is a line for the mirror. Now, I don't have to use perspective. That's one line, but might as well since, I'm going to be doing some perspective. And if you guys are looking to add some, go to Layer, Ruler, Create Perspective Ruler. That's going to be it would be a 2-point, but let's just use 1 point. Yeah. So using this tool here called the selection, I have it set to O. I can move it around. I'm going to grab the square to move the horizon line around. Move it right up to her head like here, because that'll mean that we're looking right at her head, like the same head, like we're at the same height as her. Pulling the vanishing point way back here, and that's what's nice about having it. Don't click on the diamonds. Diamonds will hide. I mean, we'll disable the perspective lines. Click on the circles. Line it up just there. Line it up about there. Maybe a little bit higher because I don't want that mirror to be changing perspective. I want that top part to be kind of straight-ish. So we're a bit taller than her, which is fine. That'll just show that we're taller than her, and that's good too. If you want to emphasize that you're taller than the character, sometimes you want to have the horizon line above their head slightly. That's the horizon line, the blue one. And this is the mirror line. I don't want it to have it flush, but it's out of the frame. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So that's pretty much how you would add perspective lines. I'm going to move this all the way up to that panel. And I'm going to draw these lines like this. Oh. Wonder if I can make this into a vectorized perspective ruler. Or you know what? It's fine. Because, look, it's fine. I don't need to draw on this layer because I don't know how to make a vectorized ruler layer. So that's fine. If I just draw underneath it, it'll still snap to it, and that's really nice. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do another one for perspective. We'll call it page 1 perspective. I'll just call it purse, and that's if that layer ever moves around. So I do it on a separate layer because then I could move it around later. And I want it to go all the way out because if I were to draw the ends of the border of that mirror, it's gonna do this thing where I have all these extra lines next to the end of the border. Sure, it's right. Sure, that's the mirror. You feel me? That's the mirror. I get it. But does it look good? Not so much. That's why, you know, sometimes you just gotta wing it. Wing it. And notice how I have the end of the mirror, the bottom portion is not completely at the corner. If it goes right in there, things like that creates tangents, and tangents that are very distracting. They pull your attention. So yeah. I can add one line here. I think I can get away with that. Like this. Now watch. This is why they're on a separate layer. I can erase it. It's behind her. I don't have to worry about erasing her body. It's just all good and friendly and nice. Back in the old day, you know, you just had to be careful. Don't draw over your lines. It's just, that wasn't fun. You just have to stay clear. So in this case, I would erase part of her arm. Oh, the part that's in the panel anyway. Now, we're going to decide whether or not it's acceptable or not. Remember I said, you know, does it look good? Well, we'll figure it out. Figure that out in a second. Okay. Pretty tedious, huh? Didn't know it take this much time. No. Just one panel. But this is an example of the type of things I do on my own. So we're going to turn back on this, enable that mask. Turn off the rough draft lines. You see how there's like double lines and stuff? And if I were to make it thicker, man. My only solution for that would be to make the right side of the rim, the frame, to be thicker. If I were to do that, I would cut out more of her arm, and I would lose that thumb. That thumb really helps to kind of illustrate the fact that she's tugging on her dress. And I am not done with inking the rest of this panel. So there's more. There's more to do. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay, this is the last exception of the day. And after that, show is over. Show is over. Just gonna have a good time. Good time. Just gonna have a good time. Yeah, first thing is first. I'm gonna get rid of that extra line that I just placed, which is the one on the right. It just undoed everything. I undoed it. And erase this one again. Oops, don't erase too much. Otherwise we have a broken frame. I'm thinking this mirror frame is looking a little flimsy. And I don't even have to worry about these ends ones, but because I'm, you know, a neat freak sometimes, I erase it. I can make those frames slightly thicker just by using this thing I was talking about. And you don't want to make it too thick, the frames, because it's further away from her. So you don't want it to get mixed up with what's in the foreground. See how that's getting a little too thick? No, that's a bit too thick. I think we can get away with that. Yeah. So a line that is 1.5 inches is pretty much, oops, 1.5. Sometimes some of this stuff does not make any sense to me. Like how things are measured and stuff. Yeah. Thicker than that. Thinner than that. Okay. I don't want to have it. I don't want to have that line kind of intersecting with her hair, so I just went more towards the right. And I can make this slightly longer. Just like that. And that's that. And I don't want these dang lines to bother me so much, so I'm going to erase them all out like that. Go back onto the, I guess we would call that the organic layer. Turn off the, hold on, shift, turn them off. Bow, it's turned off. I can draw. And go back to the other layer. Now, a reminder, these are all vector layers. And if I wanted to manually adjust some of the lines, like little bits and pieces, I can easily pick them off. But you know, I can erase it off too. Just erase it. I think maybe the eraser is creating another raster, and that's. Oops. Let's see. Oh no, it does. It literally erases it. That's great. What I was thinking was, I was afraid that the eraser tool was no longer an eraser tool for vector mode. It was actually, I thought maybe it was creating like a white, an opaque white, like whiteout sliver of white over the black, and that would be bad. Because what if we had color? Then the eraser would turn into like a white blotch. I know that was the case somewhere. What's that? See how this line right here, it's like here, I like that line right there that kind of tugs on that. I don't want to line up with her leg, so I'm gonna just skip it right over here, just like that, and say that was that. Maybe little dotted lines. Oops, dotted lines. Little dotted lines. And I still have to do a video for clothing, and folds. I'm sorry, guys. I'm ignoring you. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Do too much dot. It's gonna distract me. So for her dress, it was difficult. It was a difficult one to handle because it wasn't quite a pleated one. Pleated dresses are slightly easier. This one is like just like a I don't know, like a regular dress that just drops and drapes and creates natural pleats as opposed to artificial pleats. Okay, I'm coming back. I'm coming back to you guys. I'm coming back to you guys. Again, guys, if you're watching this from the future, a lot of people wonder like, who is she talking to? This is a live show. I'm talking to people, and in these shows, you are able to ask me questions, interact, and actually, sit down and just chill with me. Okay, that only happens on the bottom layer. The eraser adding white. I use paint on paint or Pixar. He draws so amazing. Thanks. I'm all right. Thanks, man. Really. This side of the face is really bugging me, especially those eyes. If you look at it for too long, it doesn't read as like light anymore. It looks like kind of like the iris making her look upwards, and that's something tricky to try to pull off. Sometimes it gets confusing. I deal with that a lot. So what she's saying to herself is, she's like, meh, good enough. I guess I'll wear this dress. Okay. See, I'm gonna put that there. Look, see how it changes slightly the way you perceive which way your eye's looking. You see that? It's confusing, right? But if you kind of look at it quickly, you're like, oh yeah, this major portion of it is pointing down. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and block in the darks. I was given the okay to use raster to fill them in, but I think that's just gonna screw me up. I'm not gonna use raster. So if you fill them in, I think now it's like, oh yeah, she's looking down. And that's the light. Specularity. Okay. So at this stage, I would fill in kind of a few of the portions that would be fully inked and blackened. And that would be her eyeballs. That would be some of the shading underneath her chin. And that can't be too like I don't know the word I'm looking for. Too attached. That's the word I'm looking for. Can't be too attached to the lines. And just kind of allow the lines to be. Otherwise, you're gonna spend forever just trying to fix things. And I think that's one of the culprits for robbing your drawing of life is when you become kind of just too smothering. I think her head was a little off-centered there. Some shadow. Nice way to pop out the face a little more is adding some shadow right underneath the chin there. It's gonna help bump the face up. Don't be mistaken by a dark mustache. Again, this is not the final stage. The final stage would be the tones and the gradients. And we'll save that for another episode. We'll probably do the same drawing too. Or maybe the next one. Yeah, I'll do the next page for you guys so you guys aren't tired of this image. There's another one. So I'll do page 2 for you guys. Um, Don't be confused by the shadow either. When you're underneath the chin, I make it black because it's underneath, not because it's underneath the chin. So depending on where the light is, you don't want to have it black all the time. So like if you were to face the camera from underneath and you were drawing the chin from underneath, it'd be weird to draw actual shadow like this, depending on the light. But uh, yeah, I mean the light's coming from underneath. Don't put the shadow there. It would be devoid of shadow. Some eyelash, hinting at some eyelash over there. Maybe some shadow for her hair. Where else can we put some shadows, man? Some shadows. The crazy thing about this is I'm not painting with pixels. I'm painting with a bunch of mathematical equations and plots and points. You don't believe me? Look at this. Look at this mess right here. See? See this? This just isn't right. That's not natural. That's not natural at all. It's all just a lie. It's like we're in the Matrix and everything's just been programmed to look that way. Technically, that's what's happening. It's being programmed to look that way. So that if it's a program, no matter what size you're in, these lines are programmed to be set in these certain coordinates to remain that way. It's kind of hard to understand at first. I know it's for me too. That you just gotta accept it. Just accept it. That's the way things roll. I'm running out of places to put shadows. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Nice places right underneath here. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I could do this. Oop, I could do this. And then I could take the paint bucket tool. Can I do the paint? It will not let me use a paint bucket because you cannot program pixels to act like a filled in color. Not yet. Not in this. Not this. No way. No how. And that's why rastering it would be handy right now. And the boss said it'd be okay to do. But I'm all about kind of speed, getting things done, and switching to another layer just feels like more equals more complicated. Every time you introduce something new, it just feels more complicated. And that looks like shorts. I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna fix it. You know what? I'm gonna fix it with some rasters. Yes, sir. In order to let you know that it's not shorts, I'm going to try to create the pattern repeating itself on the skirt to the actual, oops, like, and rounding it. If you round it, well, it shouldn't make a difference either. If you keep it straight across, that means her leg is flat. So the leg should round it going this way. Okay, it's probably going to turn out the same. I don't know. So I've complicated it. I have, and I feel very ashamed of myself. This is the tail shadow. The tail shadow! Yeah, sometimes I surprise myself. Sometimes it's too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. Sometimes shadows work, sometimes they don't. And I think a nice thing about having it on a separate layer right now is I can erase it out. So yes, I shall do my shadows in another layer from now on a raster layer. This line right here is intersecting things where it shouldn't, by the way. Yep. Yep. Oh, I know where else. Where else? I've used it, and it sucks so bad. I use it again in a few years after I do the Loomis studies. I do RQ if I'm Jetty. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. RQ. Sometimes you gotta RQ. What is RQ? What's RQ? I don't know. They. That's what she said. She said, oops, wrong layer. So, again, once you start doing more layers, the more complicated things will get. More complicated things get. That's the shadow from the bottom of the nose. This ball right here would be unseen to the eye. Can't put it in if we wanted to. Less is more, more is less. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll not do it. Maybe we will. It's all preference, really. It's got a little mouse nose. Oh yeah, this is a great place where you can add shadows. It's the hair. Make the hair come off the head. Some dark shadows. Oops, wrong layer again. You gotta remind me, folks. Remind me. That'd be so crazy if I can actually hear you guys. Wouldn't that be insane? Like, whoa, 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 jet, whoa, whoa. That's of course how you guys sound over there. I'm sure of it. Sure. But, like, Jet, you forgot. Jet, you're the mirror. Her shoulders way too high, buddy. Lower. Jet, the line. Jet. It's like, God. As if the voices aren't loud enough without you. So you can do a little break. You can do little broken lines, kind of symbolizing the gradation of the line. You know what I mean? You can keep this line here. Can never make up my mind on that nose. You guys want to get on the hangout sometime? You guys want to get on the hangout? First 10 to show up. Be on the hangout, huh? I think that would be a bit distracting. It would be a bit distracting. You guys down for that? You guys want to try that sometime? Maybe we'll do that sometime. How about it, huh? Catch a show, join the show. Yeah. Yep. See how that doesn't look right up there? Mm-mm. No, sir. Nope. Too much. Too much. Too much. Maybe right here is fine. For that scapula, shoulder blade. Same. I have Mike and we'll talk. Me too. Yay. Me. Same. Carolina Curier. Oh. Sounds good. Sounds like we can do that sometime. Sound like a plan. So what I'll do is I'll start the show next time. Well, maybe not next time, but yes, when we do it, we'll start the show, and I'll give you guys the link, probably on my Facebook, and then you guys can the Art of Jetty Jet Facebook, and you guys can just join from there. Okay. Let's add some final lines. Probably add a little more, few little scratches here and there for detail. But hey, everything's pretty much done. Yep. I like to add these little lines just like that. Just doing those little lines like that really helps with detail. And it doesn't take a lot of work, you know. But these lines come after all the important stuff is done. Okay. I know this is a long video, and I kind of took a while to explain that the dang panels killed me for a second. It did. It got me. It got the best of me. But then I showed it. I said, nah, sir. Something about this mouth totally not working for me. Yeah, we'll have you guys on the show sometime. Oh. I think it was fun how it was. Okay, I hope I won't miss that then. I don't have Facebook. Don't worry, it's a link. You just got it's the art of Jetty Jet. I don't think you need a Facebook to go to that one. I like how you invest so much time in your drawings, Jet. That's why that you have the good one. Yep, that's why I do the good one, which makes me want to focus on my art instead of watching someone for my own benefit. You can do both. Yeah, you can do both. It's all good. If you want to just chill, it's all cool. If you want to sit down and learn something, maybe you learn something. Sometimes I'll say something that makes sense. A lot of times I don't. Sometimes I say weird things, which turn into things that make sense. Sometimes I'm like, you know, when I'm talking, I don't actually register what I'm saying, and I feel like I'm looking at myself third person. I'm like, Jet, what are you saying, dude? Do you know what you're saying right now? just go with it. Just go. So sorry for that if I sound confused sometimes. Let's make sure we know that this part's the mirror too. Now, how you see how they're so evenly spaced, these lines? I'm gonna make sure this one has a nice distance from the one up there. So, yeah. Ah, ah. Just trying to get the mirror lines that I like. It's hard. It's hard. So limit these dark shadows. If you guys are working on some manga, limit them to areas that you feel like are completely like devoid of light. I mean, there's no light. A good way to figure that out too, or a good place to have those lines, are areas where things are touching. Like her hand is touching her dress. So yeah. This under chin light, that's an exception. That's like a cast shadow that people like to put there just to help pop the face forward a little bit. And that's it. I think I spent way more time than I should have, wanted to, could have. Maybe. Oh, you know what? Last thing, I forgot. Last. Be a fool if I forgot. That's what I'm missing. Hold on. Well, I don't like this line right here. I think that's what's throwing me off. Her teeth line. Yeah. Maybe the top part. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. What I was going to do. The final stage that I would like to show you guys is going back to this correct line width and thicken width to 1.5. I can thicken these lines just by touching them. Boom, 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 boom. Wherever I didn't lift up the wherever I like held it down, that's where it's thickening the whole entire line, so I don't have to manually go over each line. It just knows. It just knows. It just knows like a bro. You know? It's just got your back. Like a true bro that doesn't forget about you because it became famous. You know? Don't get famous and then look back and act like you don't know nobody. So I'm hitting the edges of the lines that are I mean, double tapping them 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, just to get them thicker. You know what I mean? These are the lines that are the edge, the rim of the form, the the outermost lines. The inside detail lines, they stay thin, they stay soft, they stay light, they pretty. Outside ones, I gotta find out what the hotkey is for this guy. Why? Sometimes, maybe. But all the times, yes. That was a contradiction. Go over here to the hair, double click, tappity tap, all the way around. Baddity bap. That didn't flow very well. And I'm gonna turn off the rough draft lines, take a little quick gander at it, see how it looks. And that's it. And turn on the border, and then nibble mask. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! And over here, there. Still gotta add the balloons to add the lines, and that's really gonna help give it life. The balloons and the tones, I meant to say. But that's pretty much all there is to it. Dang. All right, guys. Yeah, Jet, no waifu, no life. Yes, that's true. That's true. We're good to know I'm not the only one who uses 600 DPI. This is the first time I've ever used 600 DPI. I believe maybe it's too much. Too much. But let's went ahead and use it. I mean, it's vector anyway, so it really doesn't matter if it's vector, regardless of what size resolution it is. It's gonna retain the number of details. So the crop mark default border will delete. Do you want to proceed? Okay. Let's change it to 200. I'm gonna undo it. Don't worry. Just hopefully it doesn't crash because I haven't saved it yet. Okay, they're crispy. Let's see if I were to go back up to, let's say, back to 600. See if it retains it. Hopefully it does, and I don't look like a fool. It does, but there's some little discrepancies, little problems here and there, but that's okay. That's to be expected, and I think that was because that's on the raster layer. And the raster layer is causing trouble with vectors. They don't get along very well. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna undo it twice because I don't want to get it all messed up. Okay, that's about it, you guys. That's it for the show. Please join me again for the next time. This is the Jetty Jet Show. From the Jetty Jet Show, we wish you a happy Christmas and a lovely New Year. Even though it's March. Yeah. I'll just save this really quick so I don't lose it. Page 1. So, any final thoughts, you guys? Because it does take me a while to just, say goodbye. I just don't. I know I'll miss you guys. I'll miss you. See you, Thunder. I miss you, buddy. Oh, see you, Miriam. I gotta go, Miriam. Fire. See you later. Candy King, take care. Thanks, everyone. Keen Fox and all you guys. Enough with the weirdness. Take care, you guys. Thanks for being so wonderful. You guys keep practicing. Good luck. Talk to you guys later. Peace. That's all I got. Peace.